I'm Lucie and this is Lahiru. I've been living in the south of Sri Lanka for over a year now, and wow, what an adventure it's been so far. Click the subscribe button and come along on this journey with me as I explore more of this beautiful country. This week is quite an emotional one actually, but I want to show you it's not all paradise and rainbows. I want to share information on the true reality. Let's head past Hikkaduwa where the day begins. We started the day in Hikkaduwa, and after visiting a couple of different tsunami museums and galleries which were closed, we tried one last place, which was the Tsunami Museum, Gallery and Educational Centre. That too was also closed, but a lovely lady was sat outside and she was willing to open up the doors for us and show us around. The museum is located right next to a train carriage that had derailed when the tsunami hit, killing more than 1,700 people. It is the worst single train disaster in world history. The lady that we met here that was so lovely to show us around and give us all the information and talk us through everything was actually a survivor of the 2004 tsunami. And this museum, before the tsunami hit, was once her auntie's house, and it got completely destroyed in the tsunami. The lady here is still missing members of her family that she lost when the tsunami hit and have never been found. But the dedication she has shown to educate the younger generation is absolutely inspiring. I didn't video any of it because, well, one, you're not allowed to, and also, I really wanted to submerge myself and learn as much as possible of this terrible event that claimed over 35,000 people's lives here in Sri Lanka. It was incredibly emotional to connect with someone who had witnessed the tsunami and who could tell us about her experience and how it affected her and her family. We were completely overwhelmed by what we had learned and extremely deflated. And on our way back, we visited 2 tsunami memorials. I feel so connected to Sri Lanka. I love it here so much. I don't know if you can tell through my videos. I really adore this country, and that's why I continue to stay here. And knowing what happened here and what this country has been through is just absolutely heartbreaking. I was so emotional at the end of this part of the day when I was trying to film. I really couldn't. I didn't do a good enough job, and my words just weren't flowing very easily because of all this information that I'd taken in and just how completely overwhelmed with emotions I actually was. So we've just come to this Paralia Tsunami Memorial place. I can't actually remember the full name of it, it's quite a complicated name. But yeah, this is basically been built after the tsunami that hit Sri Lanka in 2004. The money was donated by Japan in order to build this structure, and it's around 15 meters high, which is the height of the tsunami that hit in this area. This area, many people died, and we've just visited another memorial site, which was a mass grave of 2,000 people. It's actually insane, and yeah, we don't really know what to say. We're kind of like, we're speechless really, because this is such a, I can't. Yeah, we've just finished at the Tsunami Museum and Photo Gallery that's near Hikkaduwa, and we definitely weren't expecting to see what we did see, and obviously we know the extent that the tsunami had on Sri Lanka, but just to see the images, sorry, I just feel like I'm gonna cry. Yeah?
Yeah.
And to see how people were affected and still are affected, like there's still people now that are missing the members of their family, right? Many people still don't know where some of their family members are. Yeah, it's just horrible what happened. And Sri Lanka is such an amazing place, yet it's been through so much. The civil war, the tsunami, the bombings, obviously coronavirus now. Yeah, it's awful. I just don't even know how to say. I just don't even know what to say. Like, I don't know. And like I was saying, this statue is 15 meters high, the same as what the tsunami was that hit this area. It's crazy to just look up at this statue and just imagine this wave coming, right? Look at that. There were people on the beach, they didn't know what was happening at the time, and as the sea went out, it receded. Many people went to the beach because they were amazed. Like, there was so much to explore on the beach. There was fish, there was coral, there was everything, right? So people went to the beach and they just didn't know what was about to hit them. And looking up at this statue, you can really imagine the size, you know. So this museum that we visited has actually been closed for over a year now, when last year in March 2020 the Sri Lankan government announced that these kind of places should close because of COVID-19. So that means that the younger generation have missed out on this valuable education all this year. And it's so incredibly important for the younger generation to learn about the past and be able to understand what happened in order to prevent this kind of fatality from happening again. I know that a lot of Sri Lankans watch this video, and maybe you yourself or your family have a lot of stories to tell and witnessing the tsunami. And yeah, I can imagine it's not the easiest thing to remember and have these memories of. If you do have any stories, or your family has told you some stories that you feel comfortable to speak out about, then please feel free to write to me in the comments below, because I really would like to connect with you on a deeper level and find out what you know about the tsunami. And we can all support each other as a community on this platform. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Welcome to Hikkaduwa Beach, everybody. Or this is Turtle Point, I think. Anyway, we've come for the day to Hikkaduwa to do a little bit of exploring and to hopefully see some turtles, because if you don't know already, turtles are like one of my favorite animals ever. So yeah, we've come to see if we can spot any turtles. I think we've already seen one from the beach, but apparently there's really big turtles here, and this is a really popular place for tourists to come to see turtles. However, I know there are some bad things that happen, so people are actually touching the turtles here, which is definitely not recommended, and I do not recommend you do that. If you're coming here, please leave the turtle to do its own thing and do not touch the turtle or feed the turtle, because this is completely unnatural for them. But yeah, so just got a mask and we're gonna go snorkeling. It's quite nice. The beach isn't great though. I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's a load of plastic. And Hikkaduwa is quite closed down. It took a while to find somewhere to eat and to find some vegan food. But we've got full bellies now, so we're gonna head out and try to find some turtles. And you know how it goes with this channel. Everywhere we go, we make some lovely doggy friends. Like this old boy here that's just come to say hello. Hey. This seems like one of the places I would least expect turtles to be, because there's lots of building, there's lots of construction going on, there's lots of people. It's right next to a really busy main road, like the main beach road here. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't expect there to be turtles here, but apparently there are. I've not seen any yet, but oh, it's quite cold. I feel like I can't get in. Can't get in right now.
Ra cửa nó có rỉ.
I'm not really a fan of Hikkaduwa at the moment, if I'm honest. Obviously everywhere's closed down because of coronavirus. There's a few tourists coming to Sri Lanka, but maybe not enough for places to open. And I don't really like this beach because it's right next to the main road. I feel a bit uncomfortable. I like secludedness, you know? I don't know, I'm just honest talk here. there's a lot better places in Sri Lanka than here. But maybe I just haven't seen enough of Hikkaduwa to judge just yet. And what's a shame about Sri Lanka as well, or some parts of Sri Lanka, like the main touristy areas, it's so built up commercially. There's just businesses everywhere and there's not really much beachfront left. It's just there's buildings everywhere, so you can't really escape. I don't know if that makes any sense. Obviously I love Sri Lanka, you guys know how much I love Sri Lanka. But yeah, sometimes it does sadden me because, like, for example, right behind the camera here, there is like no beachfront at all. Like the buildings are literally built onto the ocean and all buildings are like on top of each other, you know? There's no space. Yeah, sorry. Honest chat here. Also, I'm a little bit scared to go far out in search of these turtles just because of what we did earlier. It scared me for a moment. But yeah, I'd rather just stay where I'm comfortable for now. But Kasveran, no turtles. But I really want to see a turtle because I feel like I've had such a sad day. I just want to see one turtle to make me happy again. But looking at my gorgeous boyfriend, that makes me happy, so it's okay. You know what guys, I'm so sorry, but this video, Hondana, is no good. I guess not every video can be amazing and perfect and happy and blah blah blah. Like, this is the reality of life, hey? And we've just seen some turtles, well, one turtle, but we actually observed this turtle being pushed up onto the beach and held there and not allowed back into the ocean just so people can get a selfie. And then there's this guy like running around with a bag full of seaweed, and that's his business. Like, he's making money out of these wild animals by giving seaweed to people on the beach to feed the turtle. Like, it's so bizarre and it's completely unnatural, and it's actually horrible to see. Like, if you understand what is actually going on, it's really not nice. And I've seen a lot of reviews where the turtles want to be fed by people and they want to be touched and they want to come up on the beach. But actually that's not natural at all. Like it's quite a bizarre thing to witness.
Disgusting people.
We actually just can't watch this anymore. It's really not nice to look at. So we're gonna move on and head to a different beach for sunset and hopefully lighten our mood just a little bit. We were on the lookout for a nice beach to watch the sunset, but not this one. Way too many sandflies. Whoa, that's really close up.
Yeah?
Nice. Nahaya.
Kushi.
Squishy Nahaya. We kept driving and stumbled upon an oasis all to ourselves. A lovely place to reflect on the day and be grateful for what we have in our lives and mindful of how lucky we are. I apologise if this video has affected you in any way. I know it's not usually the light-hearted kind of video I usually make, but I don't want to portray that life is always picture perfect, because it's not. The reality is the picture is not always perfect, and through this channel I hope to shed light on more of the reality and less of the postcard picture perfect world that some people paint. But yeah, sorry if it's affected you in any other way.